There are two new buildings that I want to take a look at today and get built in our town, and that is the Enchanter and also the Lumberjack. Now we'll come on to what each of those does in a little bit of time when we build them, and we'll have the time lapses as always of them being built and all that good stuff. But first I want to have a little look through it here, because when we're looking to progress our town, which I guess is the ultimate aim of Minecolonies, right, to keep on progressing your town, the university is a really good building. Now combat is something I want to save for future episodes. I will look to get into combat, but I find that with the raids and stuff, it's really easy to deal with them just like by myself for now, so I think there's better things we can spend our time on, so that's why I'm not going down that route. But the other two routes, we've got civilian here, and you can see I'm currently working on the library. Later on I also want to work on the school. I think those two will go well in an episode together. But you can see, like, when we have this, we start to unlock obviously new things and choose which direction our town goes in. But it also kind of, like, these two branches, civilian technology, they kind of tell you what direction to go in and help you out. Like, for example, you can see here, to unlock this we need an enchanter at least level 3. There we need a lumberjack level 3. Here a miner, which we already have, but we need to upgrade it to level 3. This one is also a miner, but a level 2. So I think you can just kind of go through in this sort of progression, and obviously the miner we can see here is used in a lot of them, so that'd be something that would be good to unlock. And even when you get through here, like, you're going to need the library at level 2 and stuff like that. So all the way through, you'll need different level buildings to upgrade. And so the Enchanter and the Lumberjack not only are going to be useful buildings to have in any Minecolonies town as you progress through, but also they are going to be useful for us because they'll unlock a lot of research for us. So let's have a little look at what we need for them. So first of all, the Enchanter. Let's see what this one's going to need. Now I've got to find the Minecolonies block for it, which is this one. So we just need the enchantment table. Okay, that shouldn't be too bad. And as for the Lumberjack, I don't know what the Lumberjack is actually. Oh, wait, does this it's now okay. I think it's changed to Sawmill. Yeah, there it was. Okay, they changed the names just to keep us on our toes. Okay, so 3 axes for the Sawmill. Alright, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and make up those 2 blocks, or buildings I should say, and then we'll have a little look at where we're going to place them and do the time lapses from there. So just been looking at the town borders here and looking at where we have space to build our lumberjack, or our Sawmill I should say, and there is our lumberjack, or our forester's hut. I've got to get to know these names better over there. So that's where the wood is chopped down. The storage for it is just here, and then if we have the, wait, what is it called? Sawmill. Sawmill, come on Kysen. Here, then this will be a good place for it, I think. Oh my goodness, wait, how big is this thing? Oh boy, oh no, that's showing me that one, because that's nearby. Okay, let's come over here. So that is just it at level 1, so we definitely want to see it at level 5. Okay, so it just gets taller, so that's good. The footprint remains like the same. You come this way a bit, and then like down here a little bit, and we'll just see like how close it is to these other buildings. And again, this season we are having the town buildings reasonably close together. I think this is a good spot for it. We could have a little bit of path, maybe like a couple more that way, just so there's a bit of space here for paths and things. I think, yeah, we eventually will have roads and things like that going through the town. Doesn't matter if it's close to the tavern at all, that's fine, and I think it's far enough away from this one as well. I also like this orientation. I think it's good because you've got the door there, so if you're coming from there or from there, it's sort of in the right spot, right? So boom, that's what we're going to do, put it there. No, it doesn't interact with our farms, right? Oh, I didn't check this, but this is close, but this will be fine. Now this sugarcane farm is probably going to have to move at some point as our town expands, because as you can see, we're going to be going in this direction. But for now, this should be good. Okay, so obviously what we need to do now, build options. Now, another way you can check the resources needed is on here. So this will give you a rough idea of what you need. And I can already see here that there's nothing that's going to give us any sort of trouble at all, because we've got a lot of materials going on here. You know, we've already got them stored up. So I'm going to go for Richard, hit build building, and you guys know the drill. We collect the resources and we do the time lapse where I'll answer some random questions. So I just realized I actually missed something quite important in chat when I tried to build our Sawmill. It says right here, build a university and research this hut to unlock it. So we haven't unlocked it yet. I derped up, and I'll show you guys what we need to do. Basically in here under the technology section, if we scroll down a little bit, woodwork, there we go. So requires lumberjack level 3, well, we have that, and then it will unlock a sawmill, but we need to give it 64 oak planks. Again, we either have or can get that, that's not an issue, but for now we are actually already researching the library, and that looks, I guess, about a third of the way through, which means there's maybe 40-45 minutes somewhere in that region left for that to be done. So what we're going to do is go ahead and build the Enchanter first instead, and once we have that time lapse and stuff done, we'll be closer to having the research done for the library. Then we can unlock the sawmill, and then we can place that down and just do them in the opposite order. So I'm not sure how big the Enchanter building is going to be, but I thought it might be nice to try and build it a little bit out the way of the town. And if we put it sort of in the corner here, we can maybe like do some decorations around it in the future. It's also near the temple, which is where our current enchantment setup is. So let's just go ahead and like plonk it down there, and then see how big this thing is and all that sort of stuff. So it is sandstone. We're at level 5. Oh my goodness. Right, I was not expecting it to be quite so big. Oh my god, it's a temple at level 5. Oh, okay, this changes things. Oh, how cool is that? Look at that. There's a beacon on top. This is like they're copying our idea, right? If we were going to have this over there. Right, but now we can't have the two temples near each other. Also, this one is so much bigger than that one. I love this. I really do. This is such a cool idea. Okay, I'm going to have a rethink. There's no way it's going in this corner. In fact, it should probably be a little bit more central. And do you know what? I don't even know if I'm going to have space for this right now. Okay, we're gonna have a little play around. I'll see what I can do and see if we can get this place somewhere. So I put myself into creative mode so we can have a really good look at the town here as we're planning it out. And a few ideas came to mind. I mean, we have the temple there, so we could put it like maybe here, and then we could have the two temples near each other, and that could be kind of cool. Eventually, we could have like a beacon come out the top of that one, and a beacon out the top of this one. Plus, it's kind of central and all that sort of stuff. The only issue is that there's a lot of stuff in the way if we did it here. So, for example, if I try and put it down like somewhere here, let's get out of here again. Here it is at level 5. This is a big build, so it'd have to like sit down there a bit and go in like that. So the only issue is it gets kind of lost amongst these hills. Now, I think I might take them down in the future, but even so, I'm not certain about it. The other thing I thought was maybe over here. There's a lot of space over here. As you can see, this part of the town really hasn't been developed at all yet. So I think like over here could be cool, but maybe like near-ish to the town center. So let's close that and try down here as well. And I just thought I'd show you these things on cam so we could have a little look together at the different options available to us. Because, you know, you guys might have comments on like future builds where you think they should be and all that sort of stuff. And I like to keep you guys involved. So I think here's better. I think it's near the town hall, which is awesome. It's a really cool looking building, like having that beacon on top and stuff. I'm really looking forward to doing that final level build. So yeah, I reckon here's good. We'll put it like this. So it's, again, not like level with anything, and it's got a bit of space. And I think what we want is like the entrance, wherever that is, to be maybe here, right near the town hall, and then we could do something nice with the entrance in the future as well. So, oh, look at that. It has like a proper entrance. I haven't even seen this yet. Oh, that is awesome. Look at that. So it goes in there. So does that need to be higher then? Yes. So that is clearly the level, right? Because you walk in here. Oh, this is such a cool building. Well done, Minecolonies. Whoever built this, I like this one very much. And we might have to take down like a bit of this hill as we progress through, but I still think that's gonna, you know, be worth it and be pretty cool. So I'm gonna go back just a little bit more. So we've got a little bit of space there between there and the town hall, and that is where it's gonna go. So obviously, yeah, level 1 is gonna be very different. What I'm gonna do is flatten a lot of this land myself, just because it's gonna be a lot quicker. But then we'll do the time lapse of the level 1 being built. Okay, so random question time, and the first question here says, "What's the weirdest thing that has happened to you while working at your job?" Well, if it's the weirdest thing with YouTube, which is sort of now what I do full time, probably there's been twice where I've been on long haul flights where when I've got off, I'd had a shout out from huge YouTubers, and they didn't tell me it was going to happen. I didn't know it was going to happen. They just happened to use my videos. One was Dan TDM, and the other was Laserbeam. So I got off the plane, and all of a sudden I had all these comments and stuff coming through, and that was pretty weird, but pretty awesome too. Alrighty, guys, here it is, the Enchanter level 1. It's a little bit underwhelming because we've got this really big building site for it, because obviously we're preparing for level 5 with just this little thing plonked in the middle. So yeah, but at level 5 obviously is going to look really, really cool. We will have a little look in here as well. Let's see, game mode survival, and have a little fall there. Here we go. And if we go inside here, this is how it looks. So yeah, here we go. We've got the book there in the middle, of course, and a few bookshelves around the side. There is a little bit of glass on top here as well. There we go, directly above the enchantment table. So it's quite a nice building. It's just quite small for a minute, but obviously, as I say, we'll be upgrading that. Now, I don't think we have anyone available to work this. See, manage workers. Yeah, so we are, like, as part of this episode, we're going to need to get a lot more people, like, housing opportunities. So we're going to need to build some new citizens' huts, or maybe upgrade some of the ones we currently have. So I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of that now. Might have a few more time lapses. I actually need to like look into how we're going to do the upgrades and stuff. But yeah, if we do that, there'll be time lapses on the way. And then once we have the ability to hire some new people, we'll go over to the tavern again and get them into the enchantment job. So doing the upgrade for one of our citizens' huts was really straightforward, and I have done a time lapse of it before, so I thought I'd leave this one. But this is the one we did. So this is now a level 3. We basically have 2 citizens' huts that are currently level 3 now. So what I'm going to do is that only allows us 1 new person, which we're going to need more than that once we have the sawmill built. But for now, that 1 extra person will be enough. What I need to do is find the person. Hang on, there's someone out in the sugar field, I think. So they come to the tavern and then they just wander off. Like these people, these travelers, and we have to go searching. Here's someone, Ralph. Ralph's checking out our sugarcane field. Hey, Ralph, I want to see your stats, please. And now it's hard to like get him. Right, come out the sugar. There we go. Okay. Right, 7 emeralds. I mean, that's pretty good because we can farm emeralds so easily. So what are his stats? Oh, they're not great. They're not great, but 7 emeralds isn't a lot. I'll probably take him. Actually, I don't know if there's anybody else. Oh, there are. Okay, this is the other place they go. They go off into this forest. So maybe we can do a little bit better than Ralph, because you do get some pretty good stats from these sometimes. Now, sunflowers I don't have. It's going to be a faff to get them, so I don't even want to see his stats, because if they're really good, I'll just be sad I can't get them. What about Braden? All right, redstone we can definitely get. He's a strong fighter, so I'm guessing he'd be good for guard duties and stuff. You know what? I'm going to take Ralph. The 7 emeralds to me is just too good of a deal to pass. So let me go and get all that stuff sorted off cam. I'll get the emeralds, I'll recruit him, and then we'll get him into the Enchanter's hut and see what he needs in order to do his job. So I think Ralph must have despawned or something, so I couldn't find him anywhere. But then I saw David, and it says he's from a place where the old dusty books live, but after being so long, he wanted to come and see other people and join our colony. 25 gold ingots, but his stats are pretty decent, so we are going to recruit David, and he's going to be our Enchanter. Old dusty books sound... Oh, wait. What? Doesn't have space to house another citizen. Okay, that was unexpected. Because I'm pretty sure I already have citizen allocation on manual, so no one should have joined the new house, you know, without me saying. Which means there should be a spare bed here. Let me have a look at what's going on. I can assign 1 citizen to here. So surely... Wait, what? Alright, maybe I have to assign someone first. Let's see, like, Lena. We'll put you in here, I guess. And now let's go and try and recruit. That's very strange. I guess, Or actually, now, this could be interesting. We might have reached our population limit. I hadn't even thought about that, because you have to research to get higher populations. Let's try again. Can we recruit? Oh, no, we got him. Yep, there we go. He's got his hat on. He's got his Christmas hat on. he's in. All right, that's good. I was a little bit concerned about that for a second. Now, actually, you're actually pretty close to where you're going to end up, good sir, because the Enchanter is just here, and this is where you shall be working. So, manage workers. David, and there we go. Mana is an important skill, and he's got 15, which is awesome. So, now, we're not going to be able to do much till the morning, so let's just wait. There we go. We have a little sleep, and, yeah, we'll get him in and see exactly what he needs. I'm guessing, like, some books and things. We'll also try the Ancient Tomb. Alright, so recall you, and what do you want? Oh, he just wants an Ancient Tome, that's it. I'll work on that. What about anything else? Okay, alright, interesting. Let me go get that, come back, and see what he does once we give him that. Okay, so I have 2 Ancient Tomes that we can give him, so I'll work on it. There we go. We'll also give him some food. He's going to need some food. Oh, look at this. You get a little animation of him enchanting things. Look at that. Here we go. So, he's always going to keep asking for 1 more, I suppose, until he gets it. But in his... I want to see your inventory. So I guess in a minute, one of these is going to turn into some sort of enchanted book that I assume will be like a low-level enchant, and then obviously as we upgrade the Enchanter, no doubt we'll get more. So we'll keep an eye on him as we go through this episode, try a few things out. I'll check out the Minecolonies wiki as well for you guys and give you the information that's produced on there. The other thing I want to do is just check where we're at with this university research, because I think we're probably like at least half, if not 3/4 of the way there, and obviously then we can start researching the Sawmill to get the other part of today's episode done. So in civilian, yeah, there we go, more than 3/4 in fact. It's probably like 10 minutes or so that's pretty decent. So I'll keep an eye on the Enchanter, and we'll get that research done and come back when we're ready to do our next build. So here is the Enchanter part of the Minecolonies wiki. We'll just have a quick read through this. It says the Enchanter is a specialist part of your colony. The Enchanter will steal XP from other workers to create enchanted books that can be used on tools, weapons, and armor for your workers or yourself. The higher their mana level, the more XP they'll collect per trip. So that's good. We got a high mana level for us. And the Enchanter will also need an Ancient Tome, which we've given them. You obviously get those from the raids, so that's the purpose of that. The higher level of Enchanter's Tower, the higher level of enchanted books the Enchanter will produce. The Enchanter's knowledge level also contributes to this. So as I said, level 1, we've got the lower level enchants at level 1. Now I'm not entirely sure about the odds thing, because it can't be a percentage, right? If it was 50% chance, then that would mean that at level 1 you'd have a 50% chance, sure, but then at level 2 it drops each level, and of course that should be the opposite. So maybe it's like a 1 in 50 chance of getting a book at level 1, but then 50 Ancient Tomes sounds like a lot. So I'm not entirely sure how this works, but guys, if someone in the comments wants to let me know if you know this information, and if you're watching this a bit later on, I may well have pinned a comment if I get a comment that explains this properly. I'm learning some things as I go, and I believe this is the first Enchanter I've ever built in Minecolonies, so there we go. If you want to read the rest of this stuff, I'll put a link in the description, but that's just the overview of what the Enchanter is and how we use it. Okay guys, the keen research has been done, and that is, wait, no, it was on civilian, I apologize. So the library has been unlocked, and we can also increase things here, right? So citizen cap there, plus 25, for example. I was mentioning that earlier, and a whole host of other things that we will obviously look at in future episodes. Now, in the tech tree down here is where we want to go next. We're going to research the sawmill. Again, that'll take about an hour to be doing, so at least it's now like happening, right? That's... Wait, researchers? Yeah, they have begun. I'm just wondering why, like, this should sort of... There we go. This is the graphic we want. This is the progress bar. Now, I thought as well, while we're here doing this, I'm going to have a bit of time waiting around. One thing we can be doing is just check on the Enchanter, see what progress he's made. Oh, my game just had a little bit of a lag spike there. Yeah, just see if he's made any progress on what's happening with the books and things. In terms of, like, ancient tomes, obviously, we can't make them. You can only get them from Razer, so we can only do so much. Now, in your inventory, you do have an enchanted book. There we go. Punch 1. That is pretty cool. There's our first enchanted book. Maybe we should take this out and put it somewhere as a commemorative thing, like a little item frame here with Punch 1. So he is working on doing that stuff, and we'll just see what we get. But obviously, it's just going to be low-level enchants until we do the upgrade. So our university research is almost complete for the sawmill, but in the time that I was doing that, I was also getting on with some stuff off cam. So I thought I'd do a little update while we're waiting for that to finish off as to what I've done. And the first thing, no idea exactly how Richard got up here, might have to recall him in a bit, but we have a guard tower at level 2, and it's actually quite an improvement on level 1. Now, I've sort of been holding off on doing anything related to like guard towers and that a little bit, because I want to do like a combat episode where we'll do guard towers and barracks and stuff like that. But that being said, I thought we would just upgrade to level 2 for this one and show you the inside a little bit here. And then, you know, we'll still do that episode, but I just thought I would show this on cam. A couple other things I've been doing. First of all, the temple. I have now dug out around the temple. As you can see, it faces in this direction, like the entrance being here. That's the only thing that's like a little disappointing about this. Oh, I missed a bit. Okay, I need to come back and do that. Just because it's facing right now into this mountain. So I'm thinking we're taking this mountain down at some point. Now, I don't know when, but that's a job for Ron, as the English say, later on. Never mind. Anyway, the other thing I did is this. We've got a new citizen's hut at level 3. So we built this from scratch. It's actually surprisingly quick to do once you've got the materials. Like, I've got all the materials that are needed for this. So the actual building process doesn't take too long at all. So yeah, we got that whole thing done. We've got some new people in the town. There's a couple of children who were born, and we also recruited someone from the tavern. So we got like a really good person from there as well. So I believe that's everything I did off camera. Now let's go back into survival. Here we go, and let's just see how long's left for this research. I think it's if it's not done now, it's gonna be literally within a couple of minutes. So over on to tech, and oh, there it is. Okay, wait. Okay, the last little bit is missing. It's like glitched out. I'm assuming that'll be fine, and it'll just still do the research though. So once that's done, then the next thing we're gonna do is build up our sawmill. Oh, look at that. Perfect timing. And I will get another thing being researched soon. But before we do that, now we know where the sawmill is going. Obviously, we planned this out earlier, and but it just needs to be researched first, which it now, of course, has been. So let's see. We want build options. So this is what we're going to need. Again, shouldn't be too bad. The cobblestone is the only thing, but I think we've got 14. I'm really low on cobble. So yeah, this is going to be pretty easy to build, actually, which is nice. So Richard, you crack on. We're going to get all the materials ready, give them to Richard, and then, of course, once again, we'll do a time-lapse of the sawmill being built. All right, random question time again, and this one's quite a funny one. It says, if you were given $100,000, but it could only be used to upgrade your shower or bathtub, what upgrades would you make? Well, I only have a shower, so I'll have to talk about that. I would want to somehow have, I think, some sort of like video integration where I could watch videos and have good audio and stuff like that. So maybe some sort of waterproof TV sort of function. I imagine 100 grand could probably cover that. Like watch YouTube videos while I was showering and stuff like that. Other than that, I really don't know what I would want. Like, nothing. It's just a weird question to me. Like, if you're spending that much money on the shower, that's just insane. But I'll take a TV. That'd be something good. What food do you crave most often? Don't know. I suppose, like, if it's like junk food, my go-to is always pizza. Like, I've got some pretty good pizza places near me. That's kind of my go-to for junk food. Like, pizza's pretty good. Or like a good burger. Sometimes you get really fancy like a good burger. I would go for one of those two. It'd probably be one of those two. Alrighty guys, we have our sawmill level 1 built now, and here's how it looks. We're going to look at it from the outside, and then we'll pop indoors in a minute as well. I think just around here's the front, right? Yes, we've got this little thing out the front here, which looks pretty cool. And here we go. So pretty basic for a level 1. Let's go back into survival. There we go. And let me see. We want to go ahead and get someone working here. It seems knowledge is important. We got knowledge of 8 there. Dexterity as well. So maybe I guess we'll go for the best one. As an average, this might be better, but we'll take this. Kysen seems to be the person for this job. So let me see. I want to recall the worker. Where are you? There you are. And we'll just wait a little minute here and see what requests Kysen has for us. So I love it. He's got like his Christmas hat on, and then he's got his worker's hat on top of that. Whereas Richard here has got his Christmas hat on top of his worker's hat. Different ways of doing it, I guess. All right, come on now. What do you need here? I guess it's going to take him a minute to have any requests for us. So here's the Minecolonies wiki for the Sawmill. It says here, the Sawmill is a carpenter that shall craft any items that are made of at least 75% wood, as long as they don't include ingot, stone, redstone, or produce of redstone, or string. The carpenter will also craft a few other items, including cactus planks, shingles, timber frames, compost barrels, and racks. For them to do this, you must teach the Sawmill recipes, and the carpenter must receive a request for an item from another worker. Hint, the number of recipes you could teach the Sawmill doubles per building level. So here we are, 1 through 5. So we can have 10 recipes at level 1. So here we are now back in the game at the Sawmill, and that's why there's no request from this guy, because basically he's not going to request anything until another worker requests something from him. So I guess the idea of this is that basically once you have like your storage room full of stuff, the delivery person can deliver it to the Sawmill. What is your job title? I'm just thinking. Like what does it say? Like what your carpenter. Oh my goodness, I'm so dumb. Of course, carpenter. I couldn't think of the name of it. So, yeah, we'll deliver to the carpenter once there's a request. So, like if my builder was requesting, for example, some cactus planks, then cactus wood would be delivered from our storage room to the carpenter to turn into planks. Then the delivery person would take those planks and give them to the builder. So it's all about the automation. Of course, that's the whole point of Minecolonies, and that's sort of the next step in it. Now, I don't know how much we're actually going to use this for at this stage, because I don't find it too difficult to make the stuff up myself, and we have a lot of the stuff myself as well. Like in the time it takes for the delivery person to sort of realize there's a request to the carpenter, and then go to the carpenter, and then like go back and get the stuff, and then deliver it to the builder and stuff. I feel like we could probably do it faster. But let me know in the comments, guys. Do you use the carpenter much? Do you use the delivery system to automate stuff, or do you generally get the buildings built yourself by just sort of delivering it manually? So after about 4 failed outros where I was going to do something different, asking for likes and subs, if you felt that way inclined, I'm just going to say, if you do feel like it, if the feeling takes you that way, it's greatly appreciated, and thank you in advance for it. And that's basically it. Thanks for all the support on this series, guys, and thank you for watching this episode. I look forward to seeing you all in the next one. So at the start of each year, I like to lay out my goals for the following year. So in 2021, at the very start, we're going to lay out some plans as to what we're going to do. What do you think is a good goal, guys, for subs for 2021? I think at least 50k, but maybe we can even beat that. What do you reckon we should be doing? I just thought I'd ask you guys for input on that, and I hope you're having a great Christmas period.